Hey guys, welcome back to another episode inside of Max's Remarkable World. And before I tell you what I'm doing today, I must, of course, go and get my breakfast. Num 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 num. Very tasty. Right, Augustus, you can stand up and you can join me. Now, we must, of course, go and head on over to see who we are adding to the Great Tree of Subs. And today, to the Great Tree of Subs, I am going to be adding Faris. The reason I'm adding Faris is because he's a Doctor Who reviewer, and I love Doctor Who. I've also seen his other channel where he does political content, and I do agree with his stuff. My views have very much changed these days. My views, I'd say, are pretty much more left-wing now, which I know some people be like, oh, left-wing, you're a lunatic. I'm not like that. I'm just a man. But anyway, welcome to the Great Tree of Subs. Yeah, my views have changed in recent years. I've kind of looked into it more, and I kind of feel that reform just isn't the best party for this country. I think if you look at it from more than one perspective, so we took Terry last time, so it'll be right. If you look into it from more than one perspective, you can actually see why reform isn't the best. They want to get rid of the Equalities Act, meaning that there'll be nothing like Equalities Act. It means it protects other human characteristics. It protects like transgendered people. It protects like gay people. It protects people of race from discrimination. That's basically what the Equality Act is meant to do. So McCain, you can notice it. That's basically what it's meant to do, and they want to get rid of it because they think it's woke and it's DEI. No. Most of them don't even know what woke means. Woke is when you are aware, you're constantly being aware, and you call out social injustice, and it also means you're quite politically aware and you're calling out political corruption. That is basically woke. These people who use the term woke don't even know what it means. They just use it as a buzzword, saying, oh, this is woke, it's woke. Like, just shut the fuck up, will you? Shut the fuck up. But yeah, my views have changed because the reason they've changed is because I've got very left-leaning friends, and oh shite, oh there you are, Augustus. I've got left-leaning friends, and I used to be a hardcore reformer, being like, oh yeah, get the immigrants out of the country, no, all that shite. But looking into it more, there are actually better ways of actually. Because the government, the way they're doing it at the moment, they're doing it where they're taking them in. And what people don't understand is, these border control have got to legally process them. Meaning that when they come into the country, they've got to have a chat with them and ask them where they come from and why they've come here to seek refuge or whatever. And legal processing takes a long time, guys. Legal processing, it takes ages. It's they've got to find out the name, they've got to find out why they've come to our country, and since they can't be legally processed, and since they can't be identified yet, they can't get a job. Meaning they can't even get accommodation, meaning they have no other choice but to seek shelter in these hotels. But the right-wingers will say, oh, they're invading our country, they're taking up our hotels, they're raping our young women and girls. And guys, I will say this, there are a million immigrants, thousands of immigrants who cross the English Channel, probably every day or every week. And there's probably millions of them here at this point. Just because a few or a percentage of them probably do that to young people, it doesn't mean all of them are like that. That is what I call discrimination. Just because a few of them do it, that's what I call demonisation. just because some of them do it, like a small percentage, doesn't mean all of them are like that. It's almost like with the whole Arabs thing. Like, just because a percentage of them probably committed terrorist attacks, like back in the Iraqi war type area or the post 9/11, people were like, oh, all Arabs are terrorists. No, just because a percentage did it doesn't mean all Arabs are like that. And just because a small percentage of immigrants probably do horrible things to children, it doesn't mean all of them are like that. That's what people don't understand. And the right-wingers are like, the right-wing politicians like Nigel or fucking Rupert Lowe are like, they're invading and they're taking up our hotels and everyone's in fear now because they lived right down their street. When really, anyone could be a rapist. That's why I hate reform nowadays, because they always why do they always say that? Oh, I want to stop crime and all this stuff is all because of Pakistani raping acts. Why specifically Pakistani? What happened? What if it was a British man who actually did it? Would they do this? Let's just say, if there was a British man or a Pakistani man, and let's just say maybe the white British man maybe did the rape, would a right-winger blame it on the British man, or would they blame it on the Pakistani man? That is my problem. And I used to fall for these man games, by the way. But after looking at it from my left-leaning friend's perspective, I realised that they're right. The right wing is very... Basically, they sort of take things out of context to make it look a certain way. And honestly, you know, it's really bad. Like, these right-wingers are like saying... Honest, it's really bad. They all say, all these immigrants are taking all our money. But really, in the hotels, immigrants are probably not even making a big amount of money because they don't have a fucking job. And it's funny because they'll pick on the immigrants saying, oh, they're taking all our money. But really, it's the people who are running these migrant hotels who are getting all the money. Why the fuck aren't you going after the billionaires and the millionaires? Why aren't you going after the 1%? It baffles me. Why the fuck aren't you going after the 1%? It's fucking baffling. But yeah, I see it now, and there's a thing that Green said one time where it's like, if we were in power, we would give the people coming over from Calais working visas. And personally, I like that idea, because you're not having to deport them. But the best thing about giving them working visas is that when they come over here, they can immediately start working. They can earn for themselves. You know what the people say? Oh, they're stealing all our money. Yeah. But if they got a working visa, they can earn their own money, and they can build up our economy. And I would personally love to rejoin the EU, because Brexit is fucking disastrous. One of the core reasons to why we are in an economic crisis at this current moment. I also believe we should go from pound to euro, because if we go to euro and other countries came in to, you know, do tourism or something, then you know what could happen? They could give us a euro and that would just go into our economy. Which personally, I think that sounds like a cool idea, and it would kind of help us get back on our feet a bit. And also we could do trade with more than one country, or more than a few, and I think that's great. Whatever, I'll do it off camera. Sorry about it. But yeah, I think that'd be better for our economy, and also I think if we give immigrants working visas, then they can earn for us and they can earn for themselves, which I think is a good idea from the Greens. Anyway, that's the end of today's episode. If you enjoyed this channel, give it a like. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.